This week in art, we are making a traced object collage. So you will need a piece of paper, something to color with. I'm going to use markers, but you could use crayons or colored pencils. And then you need at least 10 different objects to trace on your paper. I'm going to start with this pair of scissors, making sure that they're closed because I do not want to trace a pair of open scissors. That would not be good. Then I'm just going to start tracing around the contour of the object. The contour is basically the outline or whatever gives it shape. So that would be the outside of my pair of scissors. And then also the holes in the center, because those give the very distinct scissor shape. Then I'm going to trace another object that I found right next to the scissors, and I'm going to work on filling in my whole piece of paper. Once I have a few objects traced onto my piece of paper, I'll start running out of room. So what I'm going to do is start overlapping my objects. That means making them stack on top of each other and drawing over the lines I already have traced. So I'm going to trace this banana and I'm going to lay it on top of my scissors so that the lines cross. And when I'm tracing, I want to make sure that I'm holding my marker straight up and down. I don't want to have it sideways because then it won't trace the exact shape of the object. I want to hold it straight up and down, as straight as possible. Now that I've traced all 10 of my objects onto my piece of paper, I'm ready to color. So since we had our objects overlapping and crossing over each other, now we've created all of these objects that are kind of broken up into smaller pieces. So we're going to color each small piece of the object using a different color every time. So I'm going to start with orange, and that means anything touching orange can't be orange. So I don't want to use the same color next to itself. So now that I have this small piece colored orange, the next piece that touches it can't be orange. So I'm going to keep coloring, making sure the same color doesn't touch itself the whole time. Ta-da! I'm almost done coloring. I have a few spaces left, and you can see that I haven't used the same color next to itself. So I've used the same color in different places, but it never touches itself. So all the spaces I used a different color, and it creates a broken up image that kind of looks like stained glass at a church or like a mosaic. Really pretty broken up objects, and you can still see the objects that I traced, like the pair of scissors, my glasses, the glue bottle, all those different objects you can still see, but they're now a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different shapes. Now that I've finished coloring in all of my objects and it's super colorful, I have a white background that I need to fill in with some color so it's not so white and boring. So I'm just going to color it in quickly with a crayon. You can color it in using whatever colors you want. I'm keeping it simple with one color. Then when you're done, make sure you take a picture of it and post it to this assignment on Google Classroom so I can see your finished object collage.